students, now let us begin with the properties of equipotential surfaces. These properties are important from the board point of view. They can be asked in the board paper as MCQ or short answer questions. So let us start with the first property of equipotential surface. The property 1 says no work is done in moving a test charge from one point to another on an equipotential surface. No work is done in moving the test charge over EPS. So to understand this property, we will be taking the help of a diagram. Suppose we are taking a single charge Q, which is the source charge, as we always take. Now we need its one EPS, equipotential surface. So as we already know that EPS for a single charge is a sphere. So we have to take one sphere just now. Now the situation is that we have to take a test charge. So test charge is suppose Q0 taken, and we have to move it from one point to another over EPS. So A point to B point we have to move it, and these A and B point lie over the EPS only. Okay, now our target is that when we are shifting this Q0 test charge from point A to B, then what is the work done in this process? So that work done is denoted here as WAB. Now if we have to calculate this work done, then the work done is always related with the potential difference formula. So since the charge is moved from A to B point, so VB minus VA or delta V, that means potential difference, is equal to WAB upon Q0. WAB means work done by external agency. Okay, now if we have to calculate this work done, we should know the value of VB and VA. And since these points A and B are present on the EPS, that means equipotential surface, that means point A and point B has equal potential, same potential. So that means VB and VA are of the same potential. If we use this information here in the formula, we are getting WAB upon Q0 equal to 0. So WAB answer is coming 0. So you can see very easily with the help of the voltage difference formula, we have calculated the work done over EPS. So always remember that whenever any charge is moved over EPS between any 2 points, then the work done is shifting this charge is always 0. So we have taken two charges in this situation. One is the source charge, whose EPS we have taken, that means the sphere, and one is the test charge which we are moving from one point to another over EPS. So the work done in moving a test charge from one point to another on an EPS is 0. Okay, I think the first property is clear. Now let us move to the second property. Electric field is always perpendicular to EPS. We have to prove this. Again, we will be taking the help of the same situation. Suppose charge Q is the source charge, sphere is the EPS around it, 2 points A and B are taken over EPS, and one charge Q0 is to be shifted from A to B. Now suppose we are taking a small displacement dl in this path between AB. So what is the work done in shifting the charge for the small displacement? So small work formula is F dot dl. Now what we will do, this work answer which we will get, that we will equate to 0, because we have already proved that work done on the EPS is 0. So work done we will calculate in terms of electric field now. So F dot dl we will start with how to replace force. So we want the force on the test charge Q0. So force on the test charge in terms of electric field is Q0 into E. This formula we have before discussed. Now dot dl we have substituted. So Q0 E dot dl. Q0 E means the force value. Now let us open this scalar product formula. So E dot dl, it becomes E dl cos theta. And after getting this answer, we have to equate it to 0, because already we have proved that work is 0. Now here we will get the information about this theta. So how? Since this whole product is 0, out of that Q0 is the test charge, which is not 0. Electric field is not 0. dl is not 0. That means cos theta is 0. So theta, that means is 90 degree. So this way the angle between E vector and dl vector is 90 degree. Since dl is the part of EPS only, so angle between E and dl means angle between E and equipotential surface is always 90 degree. So these are the two properties of equipotential surfaces. Now let us proceed to the next property. Students, let us continue with the properties of equipotential surfaces. In our first video, we understood the two properties of EPS, that were work done on the EPS is 0 and electric field and EPS are at 90 degree. Now let us begin with the third property, that says equipotential surfaces indicate the regions of strong or weak electric fields. Now this property says that by seeing the equipotential surfaces around any charge, we can get the idea that where the electric field is stronger and where the electric field is weaker. So to understand this property, we will take the help of this relation, which is between electric field and potential. So as we have already derived this relation, this says electric field is equal to minus dV by dr, or if we rearrange the formula, it says dr equal to minus dV upon E. Now here, if we take the case of the single charge Q, and if we draw a number of EPS around the charge, so what do these spheres represent? These spheres are EPS for the given charge Q. Now dr represents the gap, the separation between any two EPS, the separation, and dV represent the potential difference between two EPS. Like if this EPS is of the voltage value V1 and this EPS is of the voltage value V2, then the voltage difference is represented by dV. Now with the help of this relation, we can say that dr is inversely proportional to electric field. So the region where the electric field is stronger, that means more. So if electric field is more, dr will be less. That means the separation between any two EPS will be less. So let us take the help of this diagram to understand. Around any charge, around the charge closely if we are present, then electric field is stronger near the charge. Electric field is stronger. And if we notice the gap between two EPS, this gap is smaller. So clearly, wherever the gap dr will be smaller, electric field will be more, that means electric field will be stronger. So that's why near the charge the two EPS are very close. Okay. On the other hand, if we go far off from the charge, that means away from the charge, suppose we are here. So at this location, because we are far from the charge, the electric field will be weaker. So when the electric field is less, that means weak, dr will be more, that means the gap between any two EPS will be more at that location. So the idea is clear. Using the separation or the gap between any two EPS, we can get the idea about the strong or weak electric field. So let us conclude this point. Far from any charge, away from any charge, since the electric field is weaker, so the gap between two EPS is more. On the other hand, near the charge, close to the charge, electric field is stronger, so the gap between any two EPS is very less. So this idea is given in the third property. Now let us move to the fourth property. That is very simple. Two equipotential surfaces cannot intersect. So as we can see in the diagram that for the single charge Q, there are multiple spheres drawn, but none of the two spheres are intersecting each other. Because if any two spheres intersect, so at the point of intersection there will be two values of voltage, and that is not possible. So at a single point voltage can also be single. So that's why two EPS cannot intersect. So this way the fourth property is very simple. Now one last note is written here. The negative sign of potential gradient, that means this formula, negative sign of potential gradient, this dV by dr we read as potential gradient. So negative sign of potential gradient shows that the electric field direction is in decreasing direction of the voltage. So it's very simple. Whenever we talk about any charge, this minus sign in the formula represents electric field direction is not in the increasing voltage, it is in the direction of decreasing voltage. So electric field direction will always be from high voltage to low voltage point. Like for this case charge is positive, so high voltage is here, low voltage is here. So electric field direction will always be from high voltage to low voltage, that means outwards. So the significance of this minus sign is this line. So electric field direction is in the decreasing direction of voltage, that means from high to low, not from low to high. Okay, so we have listed here four properties of, we have listed till now four properties of equipotential surface.